music you can move on. Relax, stress free, leave your cares at home. Leave your cares at home. Get your two-step, get your groove on. This is feel good music you can move on. Relax, stress free, leave your cares at home. Leave your cares at home.
Yep, that's right. We are here on a Tuesday night. Oh, yes, it's Tuesday night, and the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's Tuesday night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Testing the range, testing the limits of my range down there. We are here on the cam with the fam on YouTube, not the gram. And my man Rick is in my am. Me. I got bars, people. My flow is sick like the flu. So anyway, my man, what's going on, brother?
Well, you know, it's one of those weeks. I mean, we weren't supposed to get rain, but we got a bunch of rain. So I had to chase around the roof leaks, keep the buckets, keep the trays going until I can fix that thing. But on the other hand, I got some good news. And hopefully by this weekend, I will have the engine from my truck that I can get ready and stick it in there and be driving again. And I can put my bicycle and hang it up on the wall for good. Well, actually, I'll ride it sometimes. But with my truck running, I don't have to ride that bike as much anymore. I'm going to be super happy. And then I can do the transmission on my van. So, you know, if you want to see somebody down by the river with the van chasing after ducks and iguanas, that'll be me. But I'll have my truck too. So I can't go wrong with that. And that makes me happy.
I love to hear that, man. And that is bad news for ducks and iguanas everywhere because now, hey, you don't have to be on a bike trying to arm wrestle an iguana to get them home, man. You can throw them in the back of the van like you're accustomed to doing. And speaking of throw them in the back of the van,
ooh.
Look who else we got here.
He's back. He's back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Finally.
Got the Hoosier Carnivore. He is with us tonight, man. I love that, man. Two of my favorite people. And well, before we get to going too far, we'll see who's in the room here. We'll check in and see what's going on here. Tall Cedars is with us. Good to see you. Cedars, I love that. Glad you're here. My man Paul McGrogan's here. Jersey Tom is in the building. What's going on, buddy? Cheryl, beloved, it's very nice to see you. Terry Sue says, what's cooking? Virtually everything. We got the grill back there. We got it going. Michael, good to see you, brother. Glad you are here. Rosie Red, good evening, Rick. Just finished dishes and now having decaf. Decaf? Well, it is a little bit late. Maybe that's better. Kitchen Witch, good to see you. Glad you are here. Terry Sue says, I've been watching SNL 50th anniversary thing. It's pretty good. I saw a little bit of, I think, a couple of skits there. I'm sure that was cool, especially the older stuff. I liked them better when they were older.
It's funny you mentioned that because on Saturday, I normally don't watch TV. I turned on the TV, which I use as a monitor, and it had Channel 6 on it, and it had Saturday Night Live when they called it Saturday Night. And I looked at it, I go, I'm looking around my house, I think, am I back in the 70s for real? I saw this. You see Chevy Chase, and I forget who the other ones they had on there. I'm like, man, I remember watching this on the little black and white TV in my room, but I was a lot smaller. And now I can reach up and touch the ceiling and it's on TV. So I'm looking around. I look in my yard. I go, wow, I must be in the 70s. Then I look outside and I see all the other houses. I go, they just put an old show on.
You would have loved to go back to the 70s probably, Rick.
Oh, man. If I walked outside and it was the 70s and all them old 60s cars were out there, I'd be so happy. I'd look around and like, man, I'm going to get myself some more of those Chargers, and they won't be as rusty as the rust buckets I have now. So, yeah, I would love to go back to the 70s because I was a kid in the 70s. Can you imagine being an adult in the 70s? It'd be too much fun.
Yes, Starskin Hutch.
Yeah.
Barb is here. Hello there, beloved. It is very nice to see you. Hi, Russ. It's Barb from the Tampa Meet. up. Thought I would pop in and say hello. I am so glad you did. Hope you're doing well, and you're back at home there from your road trip in Tennessee.
Hmm.
You have to tell me where the next road trip is. I know you're on the way somewhere. I got to sit next to Barb at the tap to meet up. Somebody else's name tag was in the seat, but I didn't want to go all the way over to my seat, so I took that seat and I made a new friend. How about look at that? Look at God, won't He do it? Let's see here. Who else is in the room here? Oh, Apex is here. Hello there, beloved. Good to see you. Lizzie says hi. Hello there, Lizzie. Hello. So we got here.
Hello. That sounds like Burger Chef.
Yes, I think we get everybody in here. I love it. Oh, Lambs. Good to see you. Quick check in to say hello. We need to bounce, get some Z's at 2:36 a.m. Have a great one, guys. Appreciate you popping in to say hey.
It must be on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, I think so. Mike says, one of my first cars, 66 Fairlane GT. My first car was a 1987 Chevy Chevette. There you go.
I bet you can guess what my first car was.
69 Dodge Charger.
That's it. Yeah. I still have it.
I was gonna say Dodge, but I could, that's all I had. I didn't have anything else. And you probably still have it. He probably still got it. I guess everything that he ever owned there in that house.
There you go. My first car was a 72 Dodge Challenger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a couple of Dodge guys.
Mopar man.
Black interior.
A Mopar man.
That's it. Yeah. Through and through. My uncle had a Hemi Cuda, and he took me to a bunch of car shows back in the 80s, and that was it for me. I've owned 4 Challengers. I've had a couple Chargers. I've had a Super B. I had a Hemi Satellite. Yep, had some nice cars.
You guys are. Now,
you don't have them anymore.
Do you consider Chrysler part of Dodge? I mean, I know it's not anymore. I don't think it's okay. Making sure.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't start. I caught up later on with the whole the Chrysler. I'm on my 9th Chrysler. They used to make the Town and Country. They don't make it anymore, but the Pacifica now is their new. It took that over, so I'm on my 9th one. So since 90, maybe around 2000, I think I got my first one, something like that.
Yeah, the Dodge Caravan was the first minivan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my dad had one of those.
They kind of invented it.
They did.
It's a weird story that I will not tell on air, but that's how I ended up driving minivans. I had a Jeep Cherokee, and my dad told me I was nuts because the minivan had more room, got better mileage, cost less, and rode better. And of course, I was young and in my prime, and I was like, I'm not driving a minivan. You're out of your mind.
Hey, I drive a van. You saw my van.
Well, yeah, but as luck would have it, the circumstances changed, and I was really almost forced into it. And like I've said many, many times in life, my dad was right. So, I now have my 9th one, and I don't plan on driving anything else. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes the vehicle segment of the show. So what's new with you, Brett? I want to say one thing to you, brother. Listen, every time we're around each other, I never get to hang out with you as much as I'd like to. And now that's probably because you're doing, and I can't say I blame you. A little bit of me goes a long way, brother. But I'm just saying, every time I leave a meetup or whatever where you're at, I'm always like, I didn't get to hang out with Brett enough.
Wow. At the last down in Tampa, they had me busy. I was busy cooking, and there were a lot of people there, and we got to hang out a little bit. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
This is from when I was a kid. I still have it. I keep everything.
Old 45 record player with tubes in it. That's wild.
Oh yeah.
Is it 45 or 78?
45.
45. Gotcha. Look at that. Barb says, see you at Meat Stock in May. I will not be at Meat Stock, but I think Meat Stock is sold out anyway.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it sold out a while ago. Otherwise, I might have been there because the big one is in Tampa in November. It was in May in Austin last year. Heck
Yep.
hell.
I'll be at that one.
Yeah.
I already got my ticket for it.
Yeah,
So,
we will definitely be there. Polish Mike is here. What's going on, brother? Good to see you.
hey,
Lizzie says, my first car was a Mazda RX-7 with the rotary motors. Look at that.
Yeah.
I remember Mazda.
little high road.
I'll tell you, this was back in the 80s and 90s, I really wanted an MX-6 GT. I remember that Mazda. I really thought that was just like the coolest car. And I never bought one, but that's funny.
I only like V8 power. I only have V8 cars.
I almost killed myself. I had a couple of V8s I almost killed myself in. I had a Ford, not a Ford, it was a Mercury Cougar 2-door. It was sweet, man. It had the 350 V8 in it. Yeah. I ripped the transmission out of that thing. It was under warranty. And then my brother Don, my dad used to, when I was a kid, he had his own business. He putting in sunroofs and things like that. And my brother Don brought his brand new off the showroom floor Mustang GT 5-liter to my dad. He lived in the Cincinnati area. We left in Columbus. He came and left it for the weekend for my dad to put a sunroof in it, and he made the mistake of giving me the keys and telling me to take it for a spin anytime I want. I almost killed myself in that, and almost wiped out a whole street full of cars in that thing. That was too much power for a clown like me to have.
There's no such thing as too much power.
Yeah, for a clown like me. My first car was a 71 Dodge Dart.
Yeah,
that's cool. Still have it. Rosie Red says 64 Mustang. Love that. Kitchen Witch, brown Chrysler Baron. Oh, look, somebody was riding in style there. Somebody was. Yeah, she was.
Should have been the Imperial.
Did it have the Corinthian leather?
Ricardo Montalban.
They put velvet interiors in those too.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was. I mean, only Corinthians I know is in the Bible. Eric Sue says, my first car, well, not my Mustang, was a 67 Cougar. I learned to drive in it. Got my license on my 16th birthday.
There you go.
My dad tortured me. I got my first car when I was 15 years and 9 months because he had found a great deal on it. And he was like, oh, man. And he bought the car and it sat in the driveway for 3 months. And I would go out and start it up and drive it up and down the driveway until I got my permit. That was funny. The first car I drove was a 1974 Dodge Dart, but the first one I owned was a 75 Dodge Swinger. Now, I could not tell you what a Dodge Swinger looked like to get out of jail.
It's
a
like
Dodge Swinger looked like a Dodge Duster. That's what the Duster became in 75.
Plymouth made the Duster.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was I'm with you. I think I remember that car.
Yeah.
Josephine. Hello there, beloved. Nice to see you this evening. We're talking about cars and our first cars. If anybody has a question or wants to talk about something else, by all means, if you have a question for any of the folks up here or a comment or want to make fun of us, a song request every once in a while. I've been known to carry a tune. Whatever you want, we are here on a Tuesday night just hanging out, socializing, having fun. That's what we do. And the link is in the chat if you want to pop in with us. Let's see.
Hey, Russ, what kind of meat did you try that we made Friday at Dr. Kiltz's house? Did you get to try a little bit of everything?
It was all steak, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. It was all steak.
Yeah. I mean, I just had
we had New York strip,
whatever you had asked to put on my plate. I didn't really have. I wasn't. I'm not very picky at all. I popped over there and you're like, hey, have some of this and have some of that. And then I was like, because it was just a little underdone for my taste. I like it kind of medium, but I'm not super picky. But so I was like, oh, is there anything a little more? And Brett was like, oh, not Brett. Ashley was like, oh, come over here.
Oh, yeah.
And piled me up with, yeah, this is more done. And, so I don't even know what it was. It was just meat.
We scorched a couple because that fire got super, super hot. So we kept a few that were more medium for people who wanted something a little more done. But most people there, I went around and asked, and most everybody wanted rare to medium rare. So that's what we did.
Yeah, listen, I am, like I always say, I'm not as carnivore as some, but I've got a family full of Seventh-day Adventist vegetarians that will attest to my bona fides as a carnivore. But yeah, so and really I'm not super picky. Like if I have my choice, then sure. But if I wasn't gonna leave just because nothing was exactly the way I wanted. So yes, I got plenty. I ate all I could eat, and it was great. And I thank you guys again for doing that.
Did you get to try my bone marrow butter?
No, I was not really up for anything out of the ordinary. So I saw a lot of people seem to be enjoying it. I did have some Kilt's ice cream.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
But the bone marrow butter, maybe next time. I'll put a little bit on my bone marrow toast. Sandy Blythe says, evening all. Hello, beloved. Very good to see you. And Kitchen was like driving a lazy boy recliner. Listen, my dad, when he was a younger man, although I don't think it's changed that much, but he was just completely infatuated with the Lincoln Town Car. And he had a big, gigantic blue one about the size of an airplane. And man, did he love that car. He loved that car.
Got a fond memory of a 84 Lincoln Town Car that we drove to spring break down in Florida, me and some buddies of mine in 1990. And it was like riding in a limo from Indiana all the way down there. It was awesome.
Yeah, man, you can stretch right out the back of that thing, man. You can. Listen, I was 15. I bought it off the side of the road. They didn't even ask for a driver's license. I drove it around till it broke. I didn't start any tickets, so I got a license. Yes, I was going to say
there
that.
You go.
Sound like somebody stole you, a stolen thing. I'm just saying. Polish Mike, I'm driving 2011 Mercedes CLS 5.
Oh, that's nice.
My first and only car so far. Yeah, it's like nice to have rich friends in the chat here. I love that, man. Let me can a brother get $20?
The other Richie's going to Kilt's meetup.
I want to get some marrow butter. So let's see. Josephine says Ford 1999 is all I remember. Yeah, you must listen. Was it that bad, Josephine? Were you drinking that much back in those days? It's like I had a Ford. I don't remember what it was. It was. I know it was a Ford. I know that. It was all a blur back then, wasn't it, sis? I got you. But now you're in the straight and narrow. You're on that keto road doing what you're supposed to do, and your brain fog is gone. That's hallelujah. Let's see what else we got here. What's like? Yes. There you go. $200. Yeah, my dad got my first car for $500. What a country you could get a car for $500. But listen, I drove that car for about a year and a half and sold it to my best friend for $400.
There you go.
And he promptly proceeded to wreck it. He almost wrecked it with me in it. But I tried to kill him on the back of a motorcycle, so I made it even.
I never sell anything. I just let it rust in the ground. See the old station wagon, what I did to that?
Cranky Eyes Dreaming. My first car was old and black. I was young and stupid. It was not street legal, but neither was I. Old and black, man. So listen, was it a hearse? I mean, what were you driving?
Model T.
Yeah. Sounds like a horse. It might have been pulling something.
Model T.
No, Barb has to drop off. I don't blame you, Barb. We ain't got no sense in here. But thank you for coming by, beloved. It's good to hear from you, and pop in any time you want. Deborah Wise Gal, my first car was a 65 Chevy Impala. I had a Chevy Impala later on in life. I think mine was in the 70s. Well, my dad was in the 70s. Yeah. Juan Manuel says, hey, good to see you, Juan. Why does it sound like Barney from The Simpsons? Hey, that's my best drunk impression. I don't know what to tell you. You know, listen, the last time I got drunk was in 1987. So, you know, that's the best I can do.
I've never been drunk.
Now, there's a guy after my own heart. He must be about my age. Vet. That's right.
You got a vet.
That makes two of us. His was a 91. Mine was an 87.
Tell the girls you got a vet, a Chevette.
A Chevette. And they'll tell you to shove it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the girls like a 69 Charger much either. That's more of a guy's car.
Yeah. Sandy says I drive a 2202. She's in the future. She's like the Jetson. Yes, meet George Jetson. His wife. It's probably auto driving. What was your first car? What was your first car, Sandy? Your first car. That is seems to be the subject of the evening, at least. Yes, Rick is drunk on ducks and iguanas. Yes, he drinks it. Yes. Who knew that duck sweat was 60% alcohol? That's Oh, well, it says old model here in South America. Oh, that's what you're driving now? You're driving a 1991 Chevette? Wow. Josephine says, I got to drive it 4 times. I was a learner, but the boyfriend at the time would freak me out, saying it was a death trap. So I left and sold for $100. Said Mom it was a good car.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like we're talking about something from like 150 years ago, about selling cars for $100. But it's crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you a car that I really liked, a lot, was the Crown Vic. I had one of those. I bought it for like $2,500. I put probably 25,000 miles on the thing. It had like 180,000, 190,000 miles on it. And I sold it to a guy for $1,500. I've been driving it for about a year, 2 years. I mean, and that thing, man, it had that big V8. Wasn't that great on gas, but man, it was smooth and powerful. The old school Crown Vics.
I paid $50 for a '69 Coronet.
Oh, that's a deal.
Well, I needed a transmission for my other car, so that was it.
Needed another 727 torque flight.
I had a 904, but it was a 318.
A small block.
Yeah.
See, me and Rick know the lingo. We can talk.
We're the Mopar,
Uncle's in the building, man. He needs his own. He needs his own theme music.
Yeah.
Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he left, that was his home. And when he ate steak, all he left was a bone.
Yeah, I got to meet Papa down in Florida. He was at Dr. Kiltz's house.
Absolutely. I got to hang out with him a little bit.
I wanted to talk to him more, but we didn't get a chance.
It's like Richie Rich over there.
I worked off my entry fee, so that's what I did.
Hey, if they charge you an entry fee, that's why I tell everybody, they charge me entry fee, that means they don't want me there.
Sandy Blight says first car was a 72 Chevy Nova. Now I do remember the Chevy Nova. I had a couple of friends that had one.
Nova, it doesn't run.
That's right. They didn't sell well in South America. Nova means no go in Spanish.
Yeah,
So.
Nova.
Nova.
Wyman Wells says now
Like
a 2019 Peugeot. Man, now there's a name. There's a brand I haven't heard from for 100 years. I had a friend in high school that had a Peugeot, an old.
I don't think they import
that's
those
German.
to the United
Is that
States
German
anymore.
or I can't remember
It's
who
French.
made the Peugeots.
Yeah, they're
Some French crap.
Oh, was it French? Yeah, that probably does make sense.
Anything they make over there is garbage. It's like Fiat. Fix it again today.
Yeah. The Pharaoh Grandma says hello. Hello there, beloved. Very nice to see you tonight. Peugeot, French brand. Yes, yes, yes. Sandy says, sing it, Russ. Yes, I will. Every now and again. Every now and again.
I do need my own theme music.
Rubber Ducky, you're the one. Rubber Ducky, you make life fun. Rubber Ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. That's your
As long as
theme
it's not
song,
Disco
man.
Duck.
Rosie Red's husband said his first was a Volvo. Oh, somebody went to prep school.
Yeah.
Look at that. And they still drive Volvos. Oh, yes. They probably eat filet mignon and drink green tea. I'm just kidding. I put my pinky up every once in a while just to see how the other half live there. Team Volvo here. Love that. Love that. Oh yes. Hey, listen. I had a couple of Hondas in my younger days. But mostly American Chevys and Fords and Chryslers, just kind of the way it worked out. I did. Oh, I tell you, I had another car that I almost died in that I really liked. I had a Volvo, a Jetta GT. Man, that thing was fun. A stick shift, and I'm gonna tell you what, that thing was like being on rails, man. When you hit curves and stuff like that, I mean, it was crazy how well that car cornered, and it.
Oh, there you go. That's
You know what this is.
That's a B-body pistol grip shifter
With for console.
for a console. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Very rare. Don't get rid of that.
Oh no, I'm not getting rid of it. That's for one of my Chargers for my 70.
Oh, they made like a lot less 4-speed Chargers than they did automatics, so they're pretty rare. Sought after.
Yeah, I always thought this was unique. You know, there's no other shifter. Nobody else uses this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Volkswagen GT, one time, I had it when I was in Washington, D.C. I lived in the D.C. area for a little bit, and they had this road called Sligo Creek Parkway. It was just super curvy, and man, I used to fly up and down that thing. I can't believe I'm still alive. And I remember coming home one time, I was tired to let my buddy drive, and I went to sleep in the back seat, the 4-door. I woke up, looked out the window, everything was a blur. I looked down at the road, it's like the white line was a blur. I looked up and looked at the speedometer, he was going 115. So I just went back to sleep. So, okay. Anything else here?
Yeah, we do like American brands, that's for sure.
Rosie Red says, Rick, how do you find those old things so quickly? Do you have everything categorized?
I pretty much do, believe it or not. I have an extensive collection of junk. I need to read the newspaper.
Rick is the repurpose king. He is the king of repurpose.
I don't know that he's repurposing anything. I think that's a kind way of saying he's a hoarder.
Yeah, but I only keep the good stuff. I don't keep the crap.
The good stuff.
Yep.
I gotcha.
The stuff that I can use. It actually works.
Yes.
I actually have a database, you know. I have all this stuff. I have over, I think, almost 2,000 items that are in the database. I have boxes and labels and everything. I got 2 rooms that are just full of stuff.
Hmm.
Hey, Rick, what model is your Charger?
Well, I have 3 of them. I have one with a 318, one with a 383, and one with a 440.
Which one's the 4-speed?
That's the 440.
Is it an RT?
Yes, it's an RT.
Okay. I still have my old Chrysler production numbers books.
Ah,
I can tell you how many of them they made.
that's good.
Look at that.
Just take me a second to figure out.
1970 Charger RT with a 440.
1,443 of them.
There you go.
That's all they made for 70.
And I got one of them.
Yep.
Yes, Rick definitely keeps his ducks in a row. Especially when it's time for them to go to the guillotine. They're lined right up.
When you're a quack, you got to keep them on track.
If you had a Hemi car, they only made 112 of those.
Oh, yeah, those are super rare. I never got my hands on a Hemi. I had a chance to get one, but I was in high school and I didn't have the money. I didn't have the $3,000 they wanted.
I missed out on a 69 Dodge, a 69 Charger 500.
Mm-hmm.
The 1 year only. It was the non-wing, non-nose cone version of the
Yeah, it
Daytona.
had a coronet grill on it.
They only made 392 of them. It was white with a red interior, 440 automatic with air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy wanted $500. I came back with the money, and he'd taken it in to have the oil changed and the brakes adjusted, and the guy wouldn't let it off the lift and made him sell it to him. He wouldn't let it out of the shop.
Yeah. Oh, somebody, you could have sued somebody.
Oh yeah, that's a 6-figure car today.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Restored Charger 500 69. Yeah, it's $200,000 car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had it bought for how much?
I had it bought for $500.
See,
Back in 1988, 89.
Yeah, see, he should have told the guy, man, I got a guy that's going to give me $10,000 for this car. Are you going to match that? And then he could have sold the guy and then hooked you up, man, and gave you a couple of bucks. I'd have been thinking ahead.
Well, yeah, that's what I get for not showing up with cash in my pocket. But I was young and stupid.
If it weren't for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all.
People then weren't as stupid as they are today. They weren't going to pay that kind of money back then. So today they're desperate.
Yeah.
Feral Grandma says marrow butter. Cook a few marrow bones. Scoop the soft marrow into a bowl with 1 or 2 softened sticks of butter and stir.
That's how I made it.
Okay, so marrow butter is butter with marrow in it. It's not actually something that's made exclusively from
right.
Gotcha. I thought okay. Listen.
It's marrow flavored butter.
Yes. Do I look like some kind of genius to you? Okay. I don't know what I don't know. I thought it was some type of thing. You take bone marrow and put something in it and just I didn't know they had butter in it. See, now it's getting closer to something I'd probably try.
You'd like it. If you like butter, you'd like it.
Yeah, probably. If it's like I said, what's not to like? Bones and butter. Retired Rick says, hi, Rick and everyone. I made it, buddy. He made it.
He made it.
I like that logo.
He made it where? Yeah. What is it, on a raft? Somewhere to get is he running a marathon? Oh man, that's right. Kitchen Witch says, I feel your pain, Brett. It still hurts. Yes, he told that story like, yes, it's I could see the hurt in his face when he was telling the story.
There you go.
Let's get you fry up some bacon. You'll forget all about it.
That's right.
That's it.
So I guess this part of the show we can transition into something meat related.
Engine cooking.
Chico there. I enjoyed a few of those when I was there, although I don't think I would ever buy them because frankly the bottles annoy me.
Yeah.
I used to drink Perrier and I just got so tired of those big heavy glass bottles, and every so often I'd break one in the trash can or something. I wouldn't realize there was something in the trash can, and I hit it. It hit my towel, boom, and it shattered in the bag. I'm like, oh no! Now I got a bag full of broken glass, and
Yeah.
so I transitioned to cans, and so I have a lot of
How
cans.
about rainwater?
In fact, I just bought some today.
I've had the
How about-
canned version of this, and it just doesn't taste the same. The bottle one, just the glass bottle one, just tastes better, and
Why would you pay for water?
it's cleaner.
Club soda. It's like
I
a
use rainwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, get
Lime.
rainwater off your roof, like Rick.
Yeah.
I got a stainless steel tray that catches it.
Yes.
Run it through a soda stream, and you could have fizzy water if you wanted.
Oh yeah.
He just picks out all the rocks and then down the hatchet it goes.
Well, I would never collect the water that leaks through the roof. That's not good.
Yeah, it's got a filtration system. The insulation's like a filtration system. Oh my goodness, Karen!
Rick would make his
Hello,
own charcoal filtration system.
Oh, I have. I have.
I have an osmosis, reverse osmosis under my sink. I almost never use it. I drink more water through the door of my freezer than I do. I wonder when you make, I don't know what's in our water here in Jacksonville. I've never checked the water studies or anything. But when you make coffee and tea and stuff with it, I wonder if that kills any of that stuff. Like fluoride and stuff like that. Does it matter at what temperature? Is fluoride still in the water when you heat the water up to 200 degrees?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Because it's an element, so it's not gonna.
Most of the fluoride they put in water is a toxic waste product of fertilizer manufacturer called fluorosalicylic acid. It's not actually medical grade fluoride, so it's really just poison. It doesn't really do anything. If you want fluoride, you need to get the sodium fluoride that they use in toothpaste and then spit it out when you're done with it. Putting it in the water just seems like a way of getting rid of toxic waste.
Yes, Rick. Saw your interview with Dr. Baker. Very good. Now I understand you more. Hugs. Rick and I did if you really want to understand him, you see my interview with him when we did. You want to see a clown show? Rick and I did. I don't even know. It was probably over a year ago. One of my keto conversations with my man Rick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, the Baker interview had to be more than a year and a half ago. It was, I think, 2023 summer, 2023.
Yeah. Try Rick says question. Sitting in my easy chair, my left eye leaks like crazy. Would that be dumping oxalates? I would say it's dumping tears. I'm just I don't not an expert, but I'm just, ignore me
because you'll get a rash and it'll itch, and that's usually a typical oxalate dumping kind of symptom. But I don't know. I wouldn't think a teary eye would be a sign of that. Not that I've ever heard of, anyway.
Pink eye. Maybe it's pink eye. I don't know. Hey, don't ask me a medical question. You're going to get a ridiculous answer. Don't ask me any question. You're probably likely to get a ridiculous answer. But luckily, I have people on the show that are smarter than me. And next week, my sister Laura will be on. She is an encyclopedia of medical knowledge. And such, and so she would love to have a question like that. Maybe I'll remember that and ask her next week. But if it's just one eye, I would say probably not. But I don't know anything. Karen says Arkansas just shut down a bill to remove fluoride from water. Yeah, that's something that RFK Jr. is kind of on a warpath against. I don't know how that'll end. But I'm guessing it's big money behind it. I don't know. That's always, in my opinion, follow the money. I'm guessing if somebody somewhere is making a fortune selling fluoride to municipalities. So
I'm just happy that there's somebody there that's going to be
Yeah.
fighting the good fight for us.
Man,
And
listen,
even bringing it up.
I totally agree. I've got high hopes. I mean, I hate, you know what happens when you have high hopes? It's probably surefire way to get disappointed. But between McCary and RFK, I mean, you got two people that are as sympathetic to our, way of life as anybody.
80s.
So, yeah, that's TV Guide. Everybody had one of those once upon a time.
Oh yeah.
But McCary is one of us. I mean, he's all about ketogenic, and God bless him. He was on with Dr. Barry. If you hadn't had a chance to see his interview with Dr. Barry, you should. I think RFK is more along the lines of dyes and, like you said, poisons in the water and processed foods. I've never heard him talk openly about ketogenic diets and, fruits and vegetables and grains and stuff. I maybe he has. I just hear him talking about red dye number 5 and all the different things that they allow in foreign countries or don't allow in foreign countries that they allow here. So you can,
if he's able to do anything, if he's able to get rid of the artificial dyes, if he's able to get rid of maybe some of the seed oils that don't need to be in products, and basically just switch us to a European model for grains and lack of pesticides and lack of artificial colors and ingredients, that'll be a huge win.
Yeah.
If he can just do that. So
I would love to see just more truth, period. Even in like the things that they put in the food, like, they put natural flavors and things like that. I mean, come on, man. Just tell us what's in it, So
yeah.
I'm with you on that. We'll see. I just know that the powers that are fighting against us are very strong, very well funded. They're deeply entrenched in Washington, and sometimes, man, the machine is just too big. One guy is out there trying to do it, but we'll see. At least you can, if you get it out into the public, and then maybe the grassroots can take hold of it and do that too. Papa says, "Hey, Brett and Russ, it was nice, great meeting you guys at Kilt's house." Well, it was great meeting Brett. I agree with that. Me, it was okay. I mean, there's worse things. I mean, root canals, colonoscopies, they're worse. I agree with that. Unless you're a great hugger like me. Hey, listen, I need all the love I can get, man. So, when it comes to the family, yes, I love the family. So I hug you like your family. Lizzie says, "I'm still having small eczema." Gotcha.
How long have you been carnivore, Lizzie?
Yeah, I was gonna that was my next question is what type of diet are you on and how long? And I mean, all are welcome here. There's a lot of carnivores here. I'm mostly carnivore. Of course, depends on who you ask. But everybody's welcome here. I don't care even if you could be eating a donut and a pizza right now. Come on in here and let's talk about it. And we'll explain to you why you might want to at least put down the donut. At least put down the donut. Oh, so Lizzie, do you eat, drink dairy, cheese, or cream? That's a good question. Lizzie can let us know. My man Crank says, "Oh, whoops, I'm messing up here." Crank says, "When I'm oxalate dumping, it includes burning, itching eyes that feel like I'm in the midst of a forest fire. Having a glass of black tea, and if it abates, it's likely to be oxalate dumping." There you go.
Yeah.
See, we have smart people on this that are in the chat and here and stuff like that. So I hope that helps you out. I'm doing a little bit more of that myself, a little more tea, black tea, green tea. I'm changing up some things. It's a long story. I won't bore everybody with it here today. Maybe another day. But
everybody oxalate dumps a little different too. Some people get itchy. Some people, me, I got like a rash on my calves, like on the backside of my calves, and I could itch it, and I could almost feel like, how if you sweat out in the sun, sometimes you get the salt that will come off your arm. It kind of felt like that a little bit. and it took
Forget
weeks for it to go away. And then if I and I didn't even know what it was at the time, and now that I found out what oxalate dumping is, I'm like, I went through oxalate dumping. I thought I just had a rash.
Yeah. Well, you know, out there fishing in them boats up and in them, you know, weird places, man. That's right. You might get a little poison ivy or something going on in there.
I
Lizzie
love
says
poison
she
ivy.
does have yogurt and a little butter in the coffee. So I'm guessing that's plain yogurt.
Butter in the coffee is good. Yogurt, yeah, not so much on that. But
Some people, you know, don't tolerate it well. Others. Papa Carnival says cranky. Yes, definitely sounds like oxalate dumping. I had dumping through my tear ducts for several weeks. Went away one day. There you go. I've gone down to about 1 yogurt a week when I feel like I'm having an urge. Can't argue with that.
Yogurt's your crutch.
I have yogurt daily.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make yogurt all the time.
Yes, now that's a song from the past. Just what makes that little old ant think he can move a rubber tree plant? Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got a high apple pie in the sky. I had to bring my phone and lounge on the bed so my grandson doesn't hurt too much. Yeah, he'll be asking for a 69 Charger, you know, or a 77 Nova. Papa says, Lizzie, try stopping the yogurt. It doesn't work. Cut out the butter too, see if that helps. You can use ghee in place of butter. Yeah, let's see here.
Whack.
She does not eat cheese. There's some things going in the. So how bad was your eczema, Lizzie, at one time, and how is it now? Would you say, just number wise, is it 80% gone, 90% gone? That's a wonderful thing. Sandy says, I'm a big hugger too. That's right. Lots of love in the ketogenic family.
Well, if you ever go to a meetup, there's usually lots of hugs to be had.
Oh, yeah, man.
Get yourself to a meetup.
Love being with the family. Oh, 15 weeks. Love that.
There you go.
Love that. Yeah, you're on your way. That's
give it some time.
Yeah. You're kind of newly into that. That's wonderful. Keep on rocking. What's that, Adaptate?
Yep. I found some of my tapes. These may have my original YouTube videos still on them, but I'm going to have to hit the yard sales to find a player where I can play these things.
Yeah. I used to use those in recording studios once upon a midnight clear.
When I started on YouTube in 2007, that's where I used to make my videos on.
Yeah. Black tea, I'll get some and try that. Thanks. How many tea drinkers we have in here? Black tea, green. I started drinking green tea probably about 2 months ago. I saw a video from Jason Fung, and he had like the top 5 reasons you should drink green tea. And so I said, okay, whatever. And so I like it okay. I can't say I've noticed any real difference in anything, but it's just something to drink. I use a little allulose and monk fruit extract in it, and I drink it from time to time, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So down here in the South, of course, black tea is a favorite of everyone. I drink some of that too. But curious if we got some folks in the building and how they like it. And let's see here. Yes. Who would say Cranky is not smart? I know Cranky is smart. Okay. Sally says, yes, I've listened to Sally a few times. Recommends drinking some strong black tea. Gotcha. I actually don't feel like tiny grains of sand coming out of my eyes.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to look forward to, everybody. There you go.
Yeah, black tea has oxalates in it, and it's supposed to help relieve the dump or stop the dump for a short time anyway.
I always like going to the dump.
was gonna say stopping the dump is something I need when I eat too much fat.
I like to go to the dump.
William is here. Good to see you, brother. Lizzie said my daughter had oxygen dumping in her eyes when she was young. I had no idea what that was. She'd wake up, her eyes were closed. I saw a commercial for the first time. This might be an old commercial, maybe the first time I've seen it. It was for some type of mites around your eyelashes. I'm telling you, like, if you wake up in the morning with crust around your eyes and this, that, and the other, we've got a drug for that. I'm like, what? I've had crust in my eyes since I was 3.
That's what lard is for.
I'm like, when did that become something you need medication from? I just don't understand.
Mr. Sandman paying you a visit.
Yeah, it was some type of mite, some type of, I can't even remember what it was. I'm just like, you got to be putting me on, man.
Drown it in lard.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Wipe some tallow on it.
Mm-hmm. Lard fixes everything.
Yes, retired Rick, oxalate dumping is wonderful for your system.
Better out than in.
Yep. And so make sure we get all the comments there. Rosie says no tea, only coffee or sparkling water. I drink a little bit of coffee, not too much. I used to drink it more. I backed off it. I'm more tea now. Iced coffee in the morning with some cream and allulose, maybe twice a week. And I drink sparkling water quite a bit, and I drink electrolyte water. And I do have a couple of diet teas that I like that I mix half and half with water. Arizona Tea makes a diet blueberry tea that I mix half and half with water that I like.
There you go.
I don't do that very much. I've got probably a gallon in there that I've had for 2 months in my beverage pantry area. Maybe I'll drink that this weekend. Let's see here. Okay, Lizzie says it was a 10. I broke out on my hand, thought my hand was going to buzz this time. I have it on just 2 fingers, probably about a 6. Okay. So you're making some progress there.
That's good progress. 4 months in and her eczema's going away.
Yeah.
Body's returning to natural. Because eczema is not natural. We're not supposed to have eczema.
Absolutely. And, people don't realize their skin is an organ. The largest organ in the body, and it needs fat and cholesterol and protein like everything else.
And your skin is new every 90 days. You have new skin. So, Lizzie, if you've been on this 15 weeks, your skin's regenerating. So, how can
I have new skin
better
every 90 days and have the same scars? How does that work?
Yeah. That's what Dr. Chafee said. Every 90 days we have new skin.
I got the same bump on my leg I've had for it's like all of it new except for that same little mole or whatever.
Yeah.
How does that work? Oh no. I went to the ER room. They sent me home. Cortisone cream. Yes, of course. I went back the next day screaming to do something. They gave me a shot. Came back. Yes. You're on the road to better health all the way around. And the shots and all that stuff,
You go back to them in 6 more months with all your eczema gone. They'll say, "What did you do?" "Oh, well, I ate meat, and it all went away." And they'll look at you like you're from Mars.
1 cup a day of fatty coffee with heavy cream, bitter and bacon grease. I think you meant butter and bacon grease in the morning. Yeah, man, that's like a fat shake.
Like a hat trick of.
Yeah, that's a fat smoothie. I love it. Hey, I put a pretty solid amount I drink iced coffee. I don't drink My coffee's watered down between the ice and the heavy cream. I don't know how much coffee is actually in it. You know? So Crank says oxalate dumping is a good thing, but it can include severe joint pain. If you don't want to drink black tea for your eyes, I found a bit of castor oil in my upper eyelid helps at night. There you go. Castor oil. Oh, Sandy says I used to love Arizona blueberry tea. Yeah, it's funny
Diet.
how it works. Diet blueberry tea. Some people probably would call it dirt blueberry tea. When I used to drink it before I was like in this life, but I used to drink it, just right out of the jug or whatever. And over time, it's gotten to where I cut it now, with water because it's too sweet. Just how, of course, for me, that's not saying a lot because I don't really like sweet things that much. But I used to drink it straight, just with some ice or whatever. Now it's 50-50 with water, and it tastes great that way.
Mm-hmm.
Just my palate has changed even more over time. Well, it says 98 views. 1 year ago, I had a great conversation with my friend Ricky's funny interest in living the carnal life for over 40 years. I think that might have been from my channel. Yes, I like it. I think Alabama dirt is much better. Ohio dirt is the best. Lizzie says she gave up all tea. Yeah, it's funny. Everything. I'm blessed and cursed. I don't have any known, issues with anything. And that's what makes it difficult, makes it struggle. It's like I tell people all the time, if I felt like I fell off a roof every time I ate something I shouldn't, I would probably be easier. But I don't have any ill effects, any food allergies, any intolerances that I know of. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any compelling reason other than health to stop. Papa says my girlfriend is Russian. She drinks a ton of tea. Just has joint pain in her shoulder and neck. I told her to cut back. She's addicted. What kind of tea? Is it black tea? Is it sweetened? Is it some type of exotic tea? Some Russian tea? Is it herbal? I drink several cups of black coffee mostly and some with hazelnut creamer.
Ooh.
Water. Haven't had tea yet this year. Okay, we have a question from Rosie. Rick, tell me how to do heart attack chicken. How much lard do you use and how long to cook them? Well, I can tell you if you can count how much lard there is, you ain't using it. How about that? If you know how much lard is in it, it's too little. Am I right about that, Rick?
Yeah, if I have some videos showing how I make heart attack chicken. I do it quite often. And I use a pot on the stove. I fill the pot about halfway up with lard. And then I usually cook about 4 to 5 pounds of chicken when I do the heart attack chicken. Usually, like in a package, it's going to be 10 pounds in a package. So I'll cook half one time, half the other, sometimes a little less. But you want enough lard in there so when you put the chicken in, it's going to go to the bottom. And then that way, as it floats up, you'll see that it's cooked. Because as the water boils off, the chicken becomes lighter. And then it floats to the top. So you need enough lard where the chicken is submerged. That's the secret. Also, if you're going to use a pan, make sure you put a grid or mesh on the bottom. Otherwise, the chicken's going to stick to the bottom and you'll rip the skin off. So if you put the grid down there, it'll keep the chicken from sticking. So I've made several videos on it. It's really easy. There's nothing simpler than heart attack chicken. And timing, it just goes by smell, by sizzle, and by crunch. You get your tongs and you move the chicken around inside the pot. And you can feel when it's still kind of soft. Once it gets harder and it's crunchy, you can go ahead and turn the fire off and scoop out your chicken, put it on a mesh, let it drain down. Or if you're like me, I don't even bother to drain it. I just throw it in a dish and I eat it covered in lard or tallow. Because for me, the fattier the chicken, the better it is. The chicken's too lean, it doesn't agree with me.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The master himself, Mr. Heart Attack.
From the duck's mouth.
That's right. I like to have at least one heart attack a day.
Yes, his recipe, unlike Colonel Sanders, is not secret. It is a
No.
public recipe.
And
There
there's
ain't
only
seven-
2 ingredients.
Yeah, there ain't 7 herbs or spices.
Nope. 2 ingredients: lard or tallow and chicken. That's it.
That's it.
Yes.
And it's
Rilda says, I quit drinking coffee July 2024, replaced the one I had with bone broth. Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
there you go. Papa's talking about the hazelnut sweetener. Yes.
I know. I've been trying to get my mom off of that stuff. She drinks that Coffee Mate flavored stuff.
Oh.
Oh,
my
yeah.
mom used to
It's
make that crap.
awful. And yeah, she really loves it though. But I think it's addictive. It's got
It is addictive.
Yeah.
first ingredient, I think, is like hydrogenized soybean oil or something awful.
My
It's
mom
awful.
used to drink that stupid non-dairy creamer. I said, "Look, why don't you put real cream in there?" Oh, that's
Yeah.
too much fat. Like, yeah, like that's a problem.
Let me tell you something. Whipping heavy cream is nectar from the gods. I slow sip it like bourbon. I'm
There you go.
telling you, not all the time, but on occasion. Yes, Papa's right about that.
Yeah.
It says I posted a video above. Oh, yes. Yep, that is my buddy Rick. We had a good conversation. Papa says, yes, go buy some heavy whipping cream. Yes, and slow sip it like bourbon. You will not be disappointed. I would make a video in an ascot with like a smoking jacket on and it's like a little with some heavy cream and just slow sip it.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, and if you needed to break the addiction you've got to that Coffee Mate stuff, you know, they make those stevias that have vanilla flavor in it, or you can just get some actual vanilla extract and put a little drop in there just to kind of help you break the addiction to the Coffee Mate, and then you can get rid of the vanilla stuff later, you know, just kind of get you from point A to point Z.
Yeah, he said he drank it black. I think the comment says he drank it black a lot of the time and then some with that. So I don't know. He may not be doing that all the time. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you get you some allulose or something and some cream and
make it less bad.
Something. Yeah, you can find something to make yourself an enjoyable. Like I said, I'm an iced coffee guy, man. I hammer that thing with heavy cream and some allulose and monk fruit extract, and it's a wonderful cold drink. Some people don't like cold coffee, but
everyone knows I don't like coffee. But somebody accused me of being a Mormon. They thought that the way that I look and I don't drink coffee, I was a Mormon.
But you do have the Mormon shirt on. I got to give you that. Hey, you know, I'm not just saying. You got the top half of the uniform. You don't have the black tie though, so you're off duty.
No, I was going to say there's no tie.
It says, yes, you're drinking sugar and seed oils and you drink the poison creamer. That's right. The poison creamer. Some more suggestions. Add some butter, grass-fed Irish butter. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with all that.
Get you one of those little bullet blenders to blend it up in. When I have coffee, sometimes I'll put butter in it and blend it with that little bullet blender, and it comes out like a latte. It's really
Vitamix.
Yeah. Or like one of those little ninja blenders. One of those little bullet blenders.
I got a Vitamix. It's old.
Vitamixes are good.
Got stainless steel. I got all my dad's old juicing crap. I don't have the heart to throw it out.
Yeah,
Vitamixes, those are worth some money. Those are sought after.
Everything I have is old and antique.
Cranky, yes. Dr. Ben Bickman's been talking about allulose here lately. He has for a while. I won't say lately. But you can find it if you guys care to. Allulose, for those that don't know, has some GLP-1 kind of characteristics to it. People are taking GLP-1 drugs and all that kind of stuff to help them, but they're finding that allulose naturally has GLP in it.
Peptide in it?
Yeah, again, I'm the worst when it comes to explaining this stuff, so please look up the videos and all that. But yes, Dr. Bateman has come out and put it at the top of his list with stevia and monk fruit extract as the best sweeteners if you want to use sweeteners. Everything else is after that. I use an allulose monk fruit extract blend to be perfect, to be precise. I like allulose, it's fine, but man, you have to use a lot of it. In my opinion, it's not very sweet, and I don't even like really sweet stuff. And it seems like, man, you just got to put like a bucket load in there. So the monk fruit is a little sweeter. So I buy it from Amazon. It comes in like a 5-pound bag, and it's a mix of allulose and monk fruit extract. And I only use it for my beverages. I don't bake or anything like that. Just coffee and tea, and I don't like it really sweet, just to kind of take the edge off.
Cute little thing.
Yes, I can answer that. I can speak for my brother Rick there. Yes, for 40 years now. He wants the big one. He wants to go out in a blaze of glory. He wants to burn up at least 2 defibrillators. Yeah, yeah. That's it. So he is trying to do it the right way. So, but yeah, I think let's see here. Is there anything else? I think retired Rick, awesome chat. Show chat, Rick. Thanks. I'm learning a lot about what to eat and what is bad. Hey, we're here every Tuesday night, my man. Here on the Keto Cookout. I guess you're watching on Rick's channel. Rick is here at least every other week. So sometimes he pops in each week, but we're here every Tuesday night at 8:30, just hanging out, talking about whatever comes to mind, trying to help people. More importantly, just family, hanging out at the cookout, the virtual cookout, having fun, enjoying each other's company. And
one of these days, I'm going to show my cooking technique.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, it's all about fun and family here. So tell your friends, share, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And we're here. Rick, you huge quack, you're looking quite handsome tonight. Well, next to me, that's not really hard to do. Let's see. Hey, look, hey, listen, now watch this. See, now he doesn't look so handsome now, does he? See that? Now watch this. Now watch this. See, now there he looks a lot better. See that? Yeah, you look like it's like you got Beauty and the Beast up here. So
I like it.
Anyway, folks, we have fulfilled our contractual obligations to the family. Once again, we want to thank you for hanging out with us. I hope your luck gets better and you don't have to hang out at the bottom of the barrel with clowns like us. But if your life is not better, and if you still have absolutely nothing else to do, come hang out with us on Tuesday nights and have a little fun with us. We love to have you. And until then, keep your carbs low, your proteins and your fats high, and we'll see you next week on the Keto Cookout.
All right.
That's